Hey guys, it's Stack here and I got a brand new FIFA 18 video, and in this one I'm going to be showing you my team for the FUT Champions, and this team is destroying them monster icon full teams. Like, I've never felt more comfortable in FUT Champions and I am easily pushing into the elite at the moment. So in goals, ever since the update, De Gea's the main man to go for. Trust me, there's no better option. The centre back pairings, you have to fit Eric Bailly into whatever team you're playing with a De Gea, a United midfielder, and then a Valencia on the right, because to me Valencia is the best in the game at right back. Centre back, it's up to you. Rio Ferdinand 88 for me, the best card in the game so far. I've tried the Prime, didn't like it. This one's stopping people. I go for Alaba on the left as well. You can swap him out for Sandro, but to me, I just feel like Alaba's a better player on the ball as well. Then in my midfield, this is where I'm just dominating people at the moment. I've got Bakayoko and Pogba who stay back while attacking, and then I've got Rui Costa who's the one who pushes up and helps the attack. There is no better passer in the game at the moment than Rui Costa. Up front, JJ Okocha. On the left forward I've got Ronaldo, and right forward in form Alessandrini. And trust me, Alessandrini scores even more than Ronaldo. I don't know what it is about FUT Champions, but Alessandrini is an absolute god and he tears my opponent's defence apart. Now I'll just show you the custom tactics that I run when I play with this. Now, as you can see, build up play 65-60 organised. It's not too quick, but it's not too slow. My team feels like it's in the right place. 65-65, 55 freeform. Doesn't really change much for me unless I change the freeform. And then in the defence, all 45s and cover. The only thing that really drives me mad is the offside trap. You need to have cover on this game. So now on the player instructions, we're going to go the striker to stay normal and the left forward and right forward to get in behind and press the back line. This forces the striker to sit as a centre forward, and basically I'm going to be playing the balls to Okocha and then playing the through balls to the wingers as they run through. I've got Bakayoko and Pogba as stay back while attacking, and then also my left back, right back, and this is going to force Bakayoko to sit really deep. Pogba will sit in a normal centre mid role, but Rui Costa will push right up. So in game you can actually swap and put Bakayoko on the left, leaving the middle free for Rui Costa to roam wherever he needs. Now as well, one thing you'll notice in these clips is that you'll see Vidal and Boateng appear a lot, and also Pirlo, Martial. These were my substitutes. Pirlo I sub on quite a lot of games for either Rui Costa or Okocha, depending on who's getting tired, because I do rim both of them a lot during the game because their dribbling is just insane. I mean, JJ Okocha is making me love this FIFA. His dribbling on his prime card is so good. He keeps the ball tight to his feet on every skill move, every turn, and people just cannot tackle him. So I tend to keep the ball with them quite a lot and build up my play with them, and it knackers them out in the game, so I do have to sub them off at some point, which is who I will sub on Pirlo for. I will stick the Pirlo, I've got the 91 rated card, I'll put that in Cam. He tends to do a lot for me, but just don't leave him in that centre mid role, because for me he just does not defend well. And then for Alessandrini, if he starts getting tired, I'll bring on Martial. Now, with Boateng and Vidal, at the start of this FUT Champions, I started off on fire and then I just kept conceding goals. To me, Jerome Boateng is just not a good defender. I mean, for the price you pay compared to Eric Bailly, he's not worth it. So halfway through the FUT Champions, I actually did switch and get Rio Ferdinand's 88 card. I'll be completely honest with you and tell you that Ferdinand, no matter which card you get, he is worth it. I don't feel too much difference between his 85 card other than his shooting. I feel like his 88 card has a lot less shooting. I used to score a lot of goals with his feet, like when it was rattling around from a corner. But since this 88 one, he is a lot better in the air, a lot better defensively, but he just doesn't score as many. But I'm not bothered about that because he's a defender. I don't need him up there. Now, you'll see with most of my goals that I score as well in the FUT Champions, most of it's coming from a 1-2, and it's almost always involving Alessandrini, Okocha or Rui Costa. Ronaldo just finishes everything. He does not get a lot of assists, and to be honest, Sometimes he's disappointing when he's on the ball. He doesn't feel fast in some games. His dribbling doesn't feel that good. But no matter what kind of a game he's having, if you can get a shot away, 9 times out of 10 he's going to score it. His shooting is still broken since the patch, and to me he is the ultimate striker to have. So I'll stick in this formation normally most of the game. If someone starts hammering me, like if they go 2-0 up or something, then I will switch to the 4-1-2-1-2. I'll leave Ronaldo and Alessandrini up front, but I have to leave Alessandrini on the right. Now I know a lot of people like to do the low driven shots, and having him on the left makes it easier to aim at that bottom right. But with this guy, honestly, a finesse every time, you can just knock it past the keeper. Now this team has managed to get me into elite for the first time in a long time, and I can tell you now, Ronaldo in this FUT Champions played 40 games and scored 56 goals. That's not the best, but you have to consider how many opponents actually rage quit. I finished in elite 2 after having a bad middle part of the FUT Champions with Jerome Boateng driving me mad, which is why I swapped out for Ferdinand. But after that, a 15 game win streak finally put me into that elite spot, and then Ronaldo just guaranteed that number 2. Now I have had I've not had Henry's prime card, but I've had his 90 rated card. That was phenomenal at shooting, but Ronaldo's just better. He feels better on the ball most of the time, and he's just way more clinical. And I know that's mad. Henry was an icon, an unbelievable legend, scored every finesse shot. Henry was good, but for some reason in FUT Champions, for me, ever since the patch, his finishing was horrendous, just not worth the money considering he's almost the same price as Ronaldo. And that's ultimately why I went back to Ronaldo. This is the 3rd time I've had him, and every time I've had him, EA have done a patch, and it killed him for me. I didn't like him after the patch, but then they do another patch. Something tells me to go back to him because I really enjoy the game when I've got him, and so I put him back in my squad and I start dominating again until they do another patch or something happens. I'm just not enjoying him for the moment. One amazing thing about Alessandrini, I know he's been in the game for a long time, a lot of pros have used him for quite a long time. Hirving Lozano for me is trash. He never scores, he's slow, he's weak, he does nothing, he's bad dribbling. No matter how many shots I'll have with him, I think in the weekend before this, I think I played about 23 games with him, scored 2 goals, got about 7 assists with Lozano, and I was subbing him on at the start every single game. He just would not perform for me, which is why Alessandrini, for me, is a better finisher than Bale. He's basically a cheap Bale with better finishing, and he is definitely worth the coins if you can grab him. He finishes almost everything you give him. He outpaces so many defenders. His passing is insane, and if you've got someone next to him that is amazing at finishing, team of the season, team of the year Harry Kane, or the 94 Ronaldinho, even R9, does not matter. Get Alessandrini next to him. He's going to create you a lot of goals. And then with Ronaldo as well, honestly, if you have the chance to shoot, just hit the shoot button. It doesn't matter. No matter what angle you're on, most of the time this guy is finding the net from the stupidest shots from it. And that's why I keep going back to him, because his shots are just overpowered. They're broken. You aim it bottom corner, it might even go in the middle of the net. The keeper just like locks off the ball and misses it half the time because it's just so powerful. He's a broken player, and when you shoot just like that, the ball just deflects back to him constantly. But out of this entire team so far, the person who is bringing me most fun in it has to be Okocha. He's amazing. He is the best player I've used in the midfield in that cam position. Now I use him as a striker until I do change to the 4-1-2-1-2. But even as a striker, I know his shooting stats aren't the best, but he is clinical. If you're in a one-on-one situation, almost 9 times out of 10, if you low driven shots to the bottom corner, goes in. Almost 9 out of 10 in the finesse shots, they go in. But from his shots outside the box, I do not think I've missed the target with one. He just hits everything towards the top corner. Yeah, keepers save some of them, but honestly, the deflections you get and the goals you get from him, I mean, him alone, playing in striker and cam for me, 40 games, he scored more than Ronaldo, just one more, But he's managed to get himself about 70 assists, and all of them to Alessandrini and Ronaldo. Honestly, you play a 1-2 pass with this guy, get a Kocher on the edge of the box, and you've got two options. Either shoot from wherever you are, or just play a little through ball in to one of your strikers. One thing I don't like about the team though is the heading ability. For me, Ronaldo just does not win headers. That's one reason why I like Ferdinand now I've brought him in. I can actually score headers from corners. But if you do struggle with corners, try the little tactic you see when you play a short ball. Play it to the guy on the edge, dribble inside, and then just bang a shot, or just do a low driven to the far post. And most of the time I am scoring a lot of corners. But that's it for this video, guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Make sure you try this team, the tactics, the instructions. It's working for me and I'm enjoying FIFA. But for now, I'm out.